So I haven't posted any videos in the last 3 weeks, and the reason is that I've been in New York. But of course, along with the other many things I've been doing, I went to a bookstore. The bookstore I'm talking about is the Strand bookstore in New York. This bookstore has over 2 million books in all old, new, and used books. 3 floors, it's massive. So let's go inside. The bookstore is a haven for book lovers. There are things to get lost in everywhere. The Strand bookstore has locations all over New York, but the one I went to is the primary one. It has 3 floors with different sections on each of those floors. Downstairs has the nonfiction, upstairs has the YA and photography, and the main floor is just like a smattering of all sorts of genres. One thing I noticed was the sheer diversity of the content. While many bookstores do have quite a lot of different types of books, this bookstore seemed to have a little farther extent, you could say, because there were photography books, there were all sorts of things with like collections of art, and there was even a book full of like jewelry pieces from the centuries. There was so much stuff. The Strand is an independent bookstore, and I've often found these types of bookstores have quite a lot of personality. The place I buy books in my hometown is also independent, and I love it so much. The Strand is no different. Lots of personality, lots of flair everywhere. It feels very unique. It was started in 1927 by Ben Bass, which I think makes the second oldest bookstore in New York City, right under Argosy Books, which was started in 1925. According to the Strand website, Ben Bass began with $300 of his own and $300 from a loan from his friend, which put together is about $10,000 in today's money. The bookstore was in a part of town known as Book Row, which consisted of 48 bookstores in about 6 blocks. Unfortunately, it didn't last because over time the bookstores either went bankrupt or got turned into apartments. Currently, the Strand is the only remaining bookstore on Book Row. As with many book lovers, the word bookstore is sort of like a trigger word in our brains. It's kind of like the word ball for a dog, except for us, when we hear the word bookstore, we're like, where, let me see, I need to see it, where. So when you go into the bookstore, it's like, ah, yes, my natural habitat. And after running around in the city for so long, a bookstore was a nice return to my roots, you could say. All in all, going to the bookstore was super fun, and if you ever got the chance to go to New York, I'd suggest stopping by, but also checking out the many other bookstores in New York. It's really cool to see bookstores in different countries, right? They're all at the heart, they're all pretty similar, but they each have their own little quirks and differences, and just being able to experience the style of presentation and things like that is super cool. The books might not vary themselves. I could find similar books in the Strand as I could find here in my hometown, but it was more about the presentation style, the way everything was laid out, and just experiencing it. So I would recommend looking at many bookstores around and seeing how they do things. I know this video is different from what I normally do, but I just wanted to talk about this bookstore because it's pretty cool. I hope your day is full of wonder.